Happy Saturday. I did not expect or think or wanted to really make this video, but y'all know me. I keep it, if I see something, I'm probably going to say something. And I want to challenge some people out there today. I want to talk about it in a respectful way, and let's get into it. So I saw this video from the Rideshare Professor, somebody I'm subscribed to. I watched some of his stuff. I'll say this to begin. And if you're watching this Rideshare Professor, I think your name's Torsten or something. I can't remember. This is with respect, and this is to challenge you, and I'm welcome to be challenged as well. But because we both do things for the community that we do care about, and I will say this, you've been doing this longer than me. I consider you an OG, as I call it, in this space. And you've done more than me in a lot of ways. I think you have. I think your passion is there. I can tell. You want to make, I can feel it. I can see it. You really do care about driver safety, passenger safety. You want us to be heard. I think you've done a lot more in this community when it comes to that than I have. You have done a lot more within this community than I have. But I have an issue, and I want to bring it up. I didn't know this video existed. Hannibal's Hungry, my boy, shout out, made a video about safety and striking, or about striking. And you guys know I'm actually anti-strike when it comes to the gig community. This video won't be about that though. But you can comment below and I'll answer if you like as to why. So the Rideshare Professor has this thing March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, National Driver Strike, Taxi, Uber, Lyft, delivery driver, whatever. Don't turn the apps on. So that we could get the attention of Uber and these companies about driver and passenger safety. I'm gonna see if I can put a link to the video down below. If not, you just type in Rideshare Professor. The video came out 2 days ago. You'll find it. It's a press release coming out. He does a lot for the community when it comes to that. That's just, the safety is a big thing on his channel. I've looked at some of his videos. But I'm going to challenge the Rideshare Professor and some of the people that are not going to work on the 17th. Hey, do you? But why March 17th? I'm going to give my opinion, and then we're going to, obviously, that's St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to put some screenshots of some information here as I'm talking as well. One of the biggest drinking days in our country of the year. Alcohol is consumed on St. Patrick's Day at crazy paces. Different cities more than others, but at the end of the day, it's a drinking holiday. And in America, we like to drink. Any excuse to drink. Any excuse. We'll make up a holiday to drink. Okay? So we are going to ask drivers to not turn on the apps and work to get Uber and Lyft and all these companies' attention. Hey, I got my attention, so it's going to get other people's. Smart to pick a day like that. I get it. It's for the effect. I get it. Plus, it's a day a lot of people use the services that drivers provide, which most passengers and most drivers are great people. 99 point whatever percent are fabulous passengers. It's that 1% or less that stick out, that do crazy things that are tragic. Some of those, most of the time, those things are unavoidable. They're tragic. The same way, those are unavoidable, but we're asking drivers. This is my issue, and I'm just gonna get in. Listen, you can agree or disagree. It's not about right or wrong, but I'm going to challenge the people. This is I'm challenging everybody that's gonna not work and think it's a good idea. So we're not going to provide a service on a day where a lot of people drink. And a lot of these people that drink, if they're going to bars or clubs or coming from a friend's house, might need to use an Uber or a Lyft to get home safely, or a taxi, whatever, or order on DoorDash at midnight because they're inebriated and they want to get food delivery. So if this strike works, protest or strike, let's say everybody doesn't work that day. Now we have millions of drunk people leaving a bar, sitting at home. They turn the app on, they can't get a ride. So what's going to happen in reality? Now, a lot of people are then going to get in their car and drive because they don't have a way to get home safely. So now we're promoting drunk driving. which is extremely unsafe. More people die tragically from that than what we're trying to prevent. So we're promoting this day of March 17th on a day where people will now, if this works how you want it to work, are going to get in their car and probably drive because they're drunk. I look at Uber and Lyft and these companies, and even sometimes DoorDash, as a way for customers to order things and be safe, especially on a day like St. Patrick's Day. Now we're saying we don't want the customers to have that option, so that Uber gets the message. I get it. The intention is good, but the results could be really, really bad. So while these tragic things are happening to certain passengers and drivers and passengers, I get it. I'm tired of seeing the news, right? I get that. It's not good. But I feel like we're promoting that we think it's better that customers don't have the option and they get in their car and possibly drive. Now, I'm not saying all people that can't get an Uber are going to drive, but a lot of people will because they're drunk. So now they're coming out of that bar or club and they're going to feel like they need to get in their car. They can't think straight. Some can, some whatever. And they're going to possibly kill somebody because they're drinking and driving. What do you think's more likely to happen as far as lives and true safety is concerned? Putting, let's just say, 100,000 drunk drivers on the road at St. Patrick's Day that aren't able to get an Uber? Or the possibility of something tragic happening to a driver, a rideshare driver. And I did rideshare, guys. Haven't done a lot. I'm over 1,000 trips. I know that's not a lot. I did it, it's been 2 years since I've had the app. I really did it a lot for 4 or 5 months. I've driven on St. Patty's Day, Mardi Gras in St. Louis. I've driven at midnight. I've driven at 4 a.m. I've done all kinds of trips. And I've picked up drunk people hundreds of times. And every time I picked up a drunk person, I actually felt good about it because they made a decision not to drive. So I felt like I was doing something good. And sometimes they're annoying, but I felt like I was doing a service the way it was intended. Like, it's better than dropping somebody off at work and they are not getting behind the wheel, putting the keys in the ignition and driving. But by selecting this day, the rideshare professor, we're if this works out how you want it to work out, we're going to see hundreds, possibly tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of drunk people driving on the road. To me, in my slightly ignorant opinion, that's really, really bad. And now, there's personal responsibility. Hey, well, don't drive. Have a friend drive. Yeah, you're drinking with your friends. Yeah, you could call somebody else. I get it. But the reality is people get in their cars and drive drunk. And we're actually, in some ways, kind of going to make that number higher if there's nobody working on March 17th. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I looking at this the wrong way? I don't want to come across as an anti-strike guy, anti-protest. I am not that guy. But I'm going to keep it real with y'all. And we're talking hypothetical, but if nobody works rideshare that day, that night specifically, but day drinking happens, so it could be all day. But let's take the night, for example. If this works how you want it to work, and nobody drives and it gets the attention of Uber, right? What about the passenger safety we're talking about here? People will get into their cars out of stupidity, out of not having the option. I look at these rideshare as an option for people to get home safely, but we're promoting there's no drivers out there for you. So now you have to make a choice, and you're inebriated, so you probably might make the wrong one on one of the busiest drinking holidays in America. Make it make sense to me. Looking for comments down below. I feel like the loss of life will be greater from drunk driving than the possible tragic thing happening. And I want to be empathetic. I get it. Sometimes when we're driving, we are susceptible to crime, carjacking. I understand it. But I think March 17th is a horrible day to do this on. It's my opinion. One man's opinion. I want you guys to be honest with me. Send this to the rideshare professor. I'd love to get his opinion on it. I'll put a comment in the video that he put out. I don't get it. I think we're actually making one issue, because it is an issue. You know, driver safety, Uber, I don't know. Can they do more? I don't know. They need to do something. As far as like making sure, I think, you know, making sure the customer is actually that customer. You know, they make us take pictures of ourselves when we drive. Why don't they do that for the customer to verify it's the right person, so that that person, you know, but tragic things happen. Even if we do that, something could still happen. But at the end of the day, we are making an issue and we're trading one for another. And I think the drunk driving issue, so as a driver, if you're going to protest that day and you're not going to work, I want to say something crazy, but if you're not going to work that day and somebody that you could have picked up, that's a good person, whatever, doesn't have criminal history, I don't know, gets behind that car because they're stupid and kills somebody that you love, how are you going to feel that day on March 18th? Did that protest and strike work for you, or did it not? That's a strong statement. But if everybody doesn't work that day, how many people, how many lives will be lost come March 18th? I think we picked the wrong day. Beat me up in the comments if you disagree. I'm welcome to criticism. I'm welcome to opinions. I'm welcome to somebody give me some facts as well about that day and drinking. I looked it up a little bit, but if somebody else has got some more, put it in the comments below. I think this is my opinion, and I have a decent amount of people that watch these videos. I make some videos because sometimes I think I might have something crazy in my brain, and I want to get other people's opinions that can say, hey, I get that, or no, Pedro, you're looking at it completely wrong. And I use YouTube to do that because there's a lot of demographics that watch these videos, people from all different ages, races, backgrounds, experiences. I'm looking to you guys to share your thoughts with me, share them with the Rideshare Professor on his channel. I think the March 17th, and I stand firm right now on this, is a horrible day to tell drivers not to work for Uber and Lyft, because that is a day where passengers need to be safe. Does that make sense? I don't know. I need somebody to make it make sense for me, because I feel like if, we're talking hypothetical, like I said for the 4th time now, if this works how you want it to and nobody works and Uber loses money because passengers aren't getting whatever, what do you think's going to happen? What news stories are we going to see on March 18th and March 19th and March 20th? How many drunk drivers are going to be out there on the road hitting somebody else and killing somebody that you love? I need it. Bring it. Make it make sense to me. Somebody make it make sense to me.